Okay, we're at 4 Crystal Lake Drive in Covington, Kentucky, doing a sanitary lateral inspection for the purchase of a home. We're looking for any structural issues, root intrusion, anything that may be of concern to the potential buyer. We are going through the clean out in the floor. Looks like it was newly installed, but it's just behind the HVAC in the utility room in the basement. So we'll show you around a little bit before we go into the line. Is the laundry room down here. There's a shower and the laundry, and here is the floor clean out. A little bit of water right here in the clean out. Sure what that was. They could have put this right on a weird branch coming out of the kitchen stack here. Looks like cast iron underneath the floor. This is dropping in. The dishwasher is running, that's why the water's flowing, but as long as we can see well, that shouldn't be an issue. So what we'll do is we'll push all the way out first, and then hopefully that'll be done running by the time we get out. We are now going into PVC line. Seems to be the main line. So there was a little bit of cast iron in the house, and then we switched over to PVC. Pushing a little bit of water up in front of the camera. Obviously with the dishwasher running, it's to be expected. When we pull back, we should be able to see a little bit better whether that's running or not. The camera lens is only about a ½ inch off the bottom of the pipe, so that's not a concern anyway, being that that outside pipe would be a 6-inch in diameter. Looks like we've gone back into some original pipe. We are in clay. We've gone back into clay, so a good bit of this has been replaced. And we are at the main. So I'm assuming that the line was replaced on the property, and then once it got off the property, it just connected to the old clay, and went a few feet before it dropped into the main. So everything looks really good. Hopefully we get a little bit better look at some of that when we pull back. But I'm going to pause the video for a second and see if we can get that, see if we can pause or stop the dishwasher from running so we can make sure we can see a little bit. Okay, we stopped the dishwasher just so we'll be able to see, you should be able to see just a little bit better on the way back. But everything looked good. Like I said, I think the line has been replaced until it left the property or until it got within so many feet of the main. We were about 80 feet when we were at the main, so we should be able to figure out. I believe it was somewhere around 10 feet, but yep, there we go, right about 70 feet. So about 10 feet from the main, you can see the connection. That black you're seeing there is where they used a, basically it's a rubber boot that holds the old and the new pipe together to make that connection. But it's a little off, but it's normal when they backfill. It usually shifts just a hair. And then it looks like there's a clean out right there, right at the property, probably right at the property line, pretty close. But I will go outside and look and see if there's where that clean out is. But all this new PVC looks great. Looks like it's been here for a few years, but obviously it was replaced at some point. This spot's just a hair flat, and again, that lens is only about a ½ inch off the bottom of the pipe, so that's not a lot of water at all. Nothing to be concerned about. Close to where we went back into the cast iron, so we can't see right here at about 17 feet. There's a small belly, and I can see in front of me. Looks like that's where the connection is between the cast iron and the PVC. It also looks like there's still some draining going on. Maybe we got a running toilet or something. Try to clear the front of this off a little bit. There we go. Cast iron always looks ugly like this. You know, it rusts from the inside, so it always looks ugly. Looks like it's flowing freely though, so I didn't see any issues. But there's no real way to tell how much life cast iron has left in it because of that rust. And like I said, it seems to be flowing fine. I'm about ready to come back out of the clean out here. If we can get a little, there we go. It does look like there's some build up here from this kitchen line. You can see all that. It looks like grease off on the side. That could be caused by fabric softener in the laundry, or just grease and stuff, food stuff coming down from the sink, and that's immediately when we go into the clean out. So the only thing I really saw was that one spot there with that little bit of grease. Just needs to be flushed out. Not anything major, just you know, a lot of times I'm sure that the dishwasher with the hot water going through it helps keep that open. Just for some reason that grease is built up on the side of it, so just something to watch. But overall, everything looked great. I didn't see any issues structurally. Everything looked good. Looked like the line was flowing. Of course, it was replaced. You know, I'd say roughly, 80 to 90% of the line has been replaced already with PVC, which is good. And the remainder of clay that was left looked great out in the street. And cast iron in the house, like I said, there's no real way of telling how much life left is in that with the rust, but it looked like it was flowing freely. So I didn't find anything of concern in that line, so that'll end the inspection at 4 Crystal Lake Drive in Covington, Kentucky.